Hey guys, this is Shashank. I'm a local real estate agent with Keller Williams Legacy. Welcome back to my channel. I have Dan today. He's my preferred lending partner and local lender here with Primary Residential Mortgage. So we're going to discuss a few questions that most people have about the lending process. These are the common questions that we get. So we decided to make a video of it. So hey Dan, so welcome to my channel. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. So like I said, we're going to be discussing some questions that we most commonly have with people who are new to real estate or who are looking for homes. So the first question is like, how much savings do they need?
Right, yeah, very common question there. So generally I'll give people an easy number for them to understand, and that number is about 10% of the purchase price. And where that 10% comes from is a portion of that goes to your down payment, which minimum down payment is going to be either 3 or 3.5%. The other portion is closing costs, which can vary from, could be as little as 3%, but usually it's on the higher side, closer to 7. So 3 and 7 gives you about 10%.
Okay, well that's good to know. So like you mentioned closing costs. So can you elaborate like what do you really mean by closing costs?
Yep. So closing costs are a series of one-time costs or fees associated with purchasing the home. Some of these fees go towards appraisers, home inspectors, real estate agents, lenders, state, city, county, all get a piece of this. There's also a portion that goes to the title company. And the purpose of all these is to ensure that the property is being transferred from the previous owner to you legally and properly, and that the value established for the home and agreed upon in the contract is an appropriate amount.
Okay, so the next question most people have is like, what exactly is the difference between pre-qualification and pre-approval?
Right. So they're very similar, but there's one key piece that makes the difference. So basically, pre-qualification is based upon the information that is just passed along to me that you tell me. So I'd ask you about your income, where you work, and how much money you have in the bank, and your credit score. And the numbers you tell me, based on that, I could say you're pre-qualified or not. Now, what gets you to the pre-approved level is that you provide the documentation to verify those numbers that you told me. So when I see your pay stubs or bank statements or tax returns, to verify how much income you actually make. I see your bank statements to see exactly how much money is in there. And for your credit, we actually will review your credit report and see everything that's on there and have the actual scores, so that we know that everything is actually true and verified. And from there, you have your green light to go out shopping.
Okay, you mentioned the credit. That's the scary word for most people.
Yeah.
So with credit, do you mean like you are going to do a credit check, like a hard inquiry, like that will bring down my points, like 20 points, 30 points? So
it is a hard inquiry, yes. However, it's not going to affect your score that much.
Oh, really? That's good to know. Okay.
So now I almost say it's a problem, but with apps like Credit Karma or ones that are on your credit card that can give you a score. Those might update you and say there's been a new inquiry, your score's dropped by 10 points.
Okay.
But that's not actually the case.
Okay.
So first of all, they use a different scoring model completely than what we do. Also, so those credit apps, they're just giving you a number based on the readout. They're just simply reviewing and tracking. When we review your credit, we're doing it for the purpose of obviously extending credit and lending money. So we want to encourage folks to do that. This isn't just us, this is the mortgage industry as a whole. So your score in reality is only going to go down 3 to 5 points maximum. And when you continue to make your payments on time and keep your balances low on your credit cards and things, that your score will recover those 3 to 5 points within a month or two. So it won't impact you. 3 or 5 points difference don't impact your qualifications at all.
Well, that's so good to know, because most people I talk to, they're scared to get a credit inquiry because they think like that will mess up their credit, and then it will take another like few months for them to build up that credit. So talking about building up the credit, what do you think is a really like a good credit score? Like most people have this belief that their credit score is not good enough.
Right.
Like, so what is a good credit score according to you?
So obviously the maximum credit score you can get is an 850. That's a beyond perfect score. Minimum, I believe, is down in the 400s. For a mortgage, we like to see that number above 600.
Okay.
Below 600, it can become very difficult to qualify. There needs to be some strong compensating factors. So you need to have a lot of money in the bank, or you need to have a lot of income in regards to the amount of debts that you have. So over 600 is definitely good, but the higher the better. And depending on where you fall within that range, can depend which loan types you may qualify for. There are some overlapping where if you may qualify for two, in which case we'll look at both options and see which one makes the most sense for you.
Wow, I got a little excited over there when you mentioned the program. So, because a lot of people want to know, like, what programs do they qualify for? So, what's the best way to know? Like, how do I know that what programs do I qualify for?
Right. So, first, these programs can be very individualized, and it's hard to just give an overarching yes you qualify or no you don't. But generally, there's a few things that entail qualifying for them. Okay. The first of which is a household income limit. Now, this isn't just for you who's going to be on the loan, but anyone who would be living in the house over the age of 18 and working. So based on the household size, there are certain limits that you would need to stay under to qualify. Almost every program has an income limit. Now, others also have a credit portion where your score needs to be at least somewhere as low as a 600. Others are you need to be at least a 640, or even some a little higher than that. But depending on if you check those boxes off at least, you're at least a few steps down the road to where we could qualify for those programs.
Wow, that's a really good information. Well, thank you so much, Dan. Thank you for your time, guys. So I hope you found this information from Dan really valuable and important to you. If you have any specific questions, you can put in the comments below, or you can reach out to us. I'll put the links below the video. I put the link to my email and to Dan's email. You can follow us on Instagram. I'll put the links below as well. And if you would like to know more about some specific topics, put in the comments below, and we'll come up with another video. Until then, signing off. Have a good day. Thank you for your time, and thank you, Dan. Thank you for your time as well.
Thanks. Appreciate it.